Welcome, everyone, to the Midnight Frogs podcast. Today, we're just having a regular me and Yoshi only podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Got some updates and a couple other things to talk about. Not a lot. To kick things off, some abridging stuff. The Midnight Frogs logo, I've finally come up with a new one. You guys haven't seen it yet because it hasn't been drawn yet. It's not much different from the one we have right now, but instead of like Kararo's face, it's just a regular tree frog hanging off of a crescent moon. So it's not that different, but it's something that doesn't have a copyrighted character on it, so we can actually put it on stuff if we wanted. And Tempe will be drawing that whenever he gets a chance.
Yeah, Tempe, you draw everything. Forever.
You are the team artist.
And the mascot. We didn't tell you that, but you are.
God. This big foam Tempe at a ball game.
just like one of those floats in the Macy's Thanksgiving parades.
The balloon just kind of hanging sideways.
Yeah, we just illegally have one of Tempe flying around on the parade. Well, I don't know what that's about, Tim, but I guess if you want to buy some Tempe, go there.
We will not be selling Tempe.
They don't know what Tempe is.
I like how Tempe is the plural of that, too.
They'll probably think it's the city he's from.
Next, SFA 20. Seeing as Travis and I'm going to try to focus our efforts on the next Jetters, and when Yoshi's around, we're going to be working on something else that I'll mention a little later. I'm going to try and get someone else from the Midnight Frogs to maybe help me get a jump into the next SFA script. But at the current rate, that'll probably be around, I'd say, December, if the next Jetters can be up next month. So I don't know if it'll be done this month. I have a new Ask Gyrodoro blog up. I put that up this morning. The schedule on that is going to be kind of iffy. It might be like one new Ask Gyrodoro after every new SFA. That's not going to be consistent, though. Probably not. I'll just do them whenever. Now, Tamer's Abridged, there's actually been some activity with that. As of tomorrow, I'll have settled on a collaborator for working on that with me. As of right now, I only have like one person in the lineup. And you guys know who it is, but I'm not going to say who just yet. Yeah, hang on a sec. Yeah, my mom needs help with something.
Oh.
And like immediately, so...
I'll take it from here.
Let me finish the Tamer's update.
Right.
All right, so I have a collaborator in mind for me for that. On the 20th, I'll have that solidified. And then after that point, he and I are going to get to work, going to try to write the first episode. And Yoshi, we were talking the other day, you said you weren't necessarily tired of writing abridged videos, just SFA.
Yeah, that's what... Here's the thing. When I left the writing part, when I left the writing team for 16, I really just... The first time I was, okay, I'm just tired of writing for abridged. Then I came back because I wanted to... Now it's just more like, it's not that I don't like writing for abridged videos, it's just, I'm just tired of writing for Sergeant Frog. And not the abridged. The abridged is great and all, but I'm just tired of Sergeant Frog in general. You can only take a show about nothing so far. I've said it like a million times, I know. Honestly, the only reason why I think the abridged is really successful, aside of us like being really funny and having super talented people, is because we gave it a plot. I mean, it's not like a super huge plot, but still, we can connect to other characters and shit. And really, it's already hard enough just getting the episodes alone because, you know, Funimation's still dubbing them, I think. And like, there's just a whole bunch of random ones uploaded onto YouTube and other places. And half the time when you get the episodes, they have subtitles already, and you can't really fix them. But, you know, when we were doing, like, Best Wishes and Mystery Dungeon, it helped balance that a bit. Because here I was playing with, like, new characters and new settings and shit. And, yeah, they had, like, little tiny plots, but it was still better than Green Frog says something stupid and then other people beat him up.
And on that note, if Tamers was able to actually kick off, would you be cool with getting back into writing for that?
You know what? I probably would be.
Yeah, because the only reason Yoshi's not writing the pilot with me is because we tried and we just couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, but we did come up with a couple of things that we were dying forever, though.
Yes. So if that finally kicks off, Yoshi might be back then.
Yeah, and that was really funny. That was really fun to do.
God, yeah. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Yoshi, you have the ball for the next one.
All right, I'll take it from here. All right then, kids. So, like I mentioned before, Mystery Dungeon Abridged, Best Wishes Abridged. So, as we all know, Pokemon X and Y came out a couple days ago, right? And everybody had the game except for me. I hate you guys a little. But in Japan, on the 17th, the Pokemon X and Y anime came out, and today it debuted in America. They're doing a whole worldwide thing, so that's why we got the anime just as early. Honestly, that's going to be the first time since we're going to have the anime like roughly at the same exact time. Unless, something happens in the middle of dubbing or something. Yeah, I know not everybody has it, but So, me and Thorn were thinking, a little bit ago, well, I think it was like one or 2 days ago, I was thinking about Best Wishes and Mystery Dungeon, and I said, hey Thorn, what if we do another one-shot, but for Pokemon X and Y? And, well, he was on board. So I guess I'm proud to announce that the Midnight Frogs will be doing Pokemon X and Y Abridged. The one-shot. Not going to say much, but it takes place after Best Wishes. And after... We don't actually know what has happened in his journey in the Unova region. We called it Ishu, but they called it Unova over here. We don't know what he did in the Unova region, but we'll figure it out. Maybe it'll be something funny, it'll be something really stupid, who knows. Also, now as you may or may not know, they also had a special for Pokemon Origins, which is basically the game, basically red, blue, green, fire red, leaf green in the anime, and wow. That's pretty much what the anime should have been. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's freaking amazing. So we thought about that too, and we're like, maybe at one point we could do a one-shot of Pokemon Origins 2. Now, that's not official, but we've been thinking about it. We might be able to do that. And there's a scene in where Squirtle bites Charmander, and we thought, we should bring back Charmander from Mystery Dungeon. Basically, Thorn's going to be playing... The only idea we have so far is that Thorn's going to be Charmander again. And Charizard and all that other good stuff. I think I'm probably going to be Squirtle again, but now that I actually have acting potential, I can actually, do a voice instead of it just sounding like me all the fucking time. Yeah. How creepy was that anyway? It just goes... It's not even like, Char, stop! He's fucking biting me! I kind of thought it was funny, but at the same time, it was kind of like unnerving just to hear them not shout their name or anything. It's just screaming. But yeah, Pokemon Origins seems really good. It's already out. I only know a little bit of it. I haven't actually sat down and seen it, but after thinking about doing the X and Y anime, we were like, what? Origins came out too. We could probably do that too. So, definitely you should look at Pokemon Origins. Looks good. And, yeah, around the end, it became about, whoa, Charizard is so cool. Look at the Mega Evolution. And, Pokemon Origins at the same time it was being its own little anniversary special, it still has to market, it still has to advertise X and Y in some way because that's how marketing works. So that's why they had that whole Mega Charizard X scene and him fighting Mewtwo and all that crazy crap. So yeah, we have Thorn's most likely going to be Ash again. There's 3 other characters, the main protagonist from X and Y. We don't know who's going to be who yet. We haven't even started a script, but we had a lot of fun with Best Wishes. So I'm assuming this is going to be just as good. And from what I can understand, there's an hour special. I think Best Wishes was an hour special too. So we're just gonna have to watch it, and we'll see what happens. And Origins is undecided for right now, but maybe. Okay, so yeah, about our Legend of Zelda Let's Plays. So, remember back then when we were doing, actually, this is during FATLP's time. Remember, only super early fans, if you even hung around by that point. A long time ago, before doing the Straw Hat No Let's Plays, we got to doing FATLPs. And at that point, we Let's Played a couple of random games, and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So... After we had a lot of fun with Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, Thorn offered. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be doing a Majora's Mask. Would you mind doing Wind Waker?" I was like, at the moment, he asked at the right moment because actually replayed Wind Waker, and I had a lot of fun with it. So he's going to be doing Majora's Mask, and I'm going to be doing Wind Waker. And in the Skyward Sword Let's Play, he let the Something Awful forums vote on what we would call Link, and the winning name ended up being Dumple. And the runner-up name, which I really, really wanted to win, was Pizza Joe. And that's already a stupid-ass name for Link, but it's hilarious in my opinion. So he came in second place, and he ended up naming the bird Hambogular. So something really stupid. So we got to thinking, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call Link in Wind Waker Pizza Joe. And Thorn was like, that's what I'm gonna do too. So basically, the Something Awful thread's gonna be called The Legends of Pizza Joe, with Thorn doing Majora's Mask and me doing Wind Waker. I don't even know where Pizza Joe came from. I think it's just something my brother said. As you can see, Tempe. Everybody click that link because you can see our mascot. I like how it's just a shirt. Midnight Frogs, yay! Woo, Spirit, go us! Would you do a One Piece abridged? You know, really early on, I pitched that idea to Thorn, and the reason why we didn't follow through on that is because I was not a voice actor back then. I know I said that, oh, I did Kara, woo, but, like, that's really all I could do. So, yeah. Really early on, I pitched that idea, and the only reason why we didn't do it was because, I can't voice anybody. Of course, now it would be way different. But Thorn has no interest in doing a one-shot, so, you know. I mean, personally, I'd still love to get back to that, but I don't know. I guess it's just going to sink. I guess it's just whatever. It's just in the ether of shit that I'll never get to. Would you ever attempt a one-shot of the Animal Crossing movie? I don't know. I've seen it. It's alright, I guess. I don't think there's anything, like, super hilarious in it that we could, like, exaggerate. Because it's really just all cutesy and stuff. And I know I can do that with a fucking show about lesbian horses, but still. Like, here, just like, oh, I'm walking through the forest. I paid that off. I'm gonna go catch some fish. You know, it's just like one of those movies you just watch and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling good about this. But then after that, you're like, you know what, I might as well just play the fucking game.
Alright, I return.
Okay, thank God, I don't have to stall anymore.
Okay, so my mom wanted me to take out an old hard drive so she could destroy it in case it had any important records on it.
Oh.
It was a DVD drive the whole time.
She wanted you to take out a DVD drive?
We thought it was a hard drive, it wasn't. But, yeah, I got a couple RAM chips out of it.
Aw.
That are... I don't know if they're still useful, but I might be able to sell them on eBay or something.
Alright. I went over the X and Y, I went over Origins. I went into a little bit of Straw Hat, no, but I was like, you know what? I'm only going to start, and when Thorn comes back, we're going to redo that part. Not because I did it awfully, so that way you can edit it better.
Okay. Okay, so you went over X and Y Origins. Extra Life, that's going to be happening on November 2nd. It's the same thing as last year. It's a donation drive to support children's hospitals. This year, we're supporting a local hospital in Yoshi's Town.
Yeah, here in Take.
Yeah, last year it was one nearby me. Unlike last year, Yoshi, we need to find a different streaming site than live stream because the 50-person limit did not help.
Yeah, that was really bad. We could probably try here, actually.
Ustream, well, you have the better connection, and if you were to stream it, Ustream would be a very big hassle for you.
I can play around with it and figure it out if I can. Oh, and Tempe drew that, and it was beautiful.
That's the new logo.
Midnight Frogs, yay!
And Legends of Pizza Joe. Yoshi, have we gone over this yet? I don't think we have on the podcast.
Well, I did mention it, but yeah, we can start it again.
Okay. The next new Let's Plays for the Straw Hat No, Yoshi and I are going to be doing a double thread for 2 Zelda LPs. He's going to be doing Wind Waker. I'm going to be doing Majora's Mask. And we're calling these The Legends of Pizza Joe because Yoshi was bummed that Pizza Joe didn't win the name for Skyward Sword. And then like we did the hero mode video, and it was like such a wasted opportunity. So now we're doing 2 to make up for it.
I know Travis went all out for it. Pizza Joe and Mamma Mia.
Yoshi, what's the status as far as recording footage on that for you?
Well, let's see. Zelda games usually take a long while, and especially since I got the game, I have to do the game that has sailing and shit. There's gonna be a fuck ton of editing already. So,
Yeah.
but as for recording it, I don't know. I want to say soon, but like I want to get a couple of other things out of the way. But and I did replay Wind Waker recently, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I already, it's not gonna be a 100% Let's Play because there's just so much shit in the damn boat and the charts. It's not even worth it. I'm gonna say for now November.
Okay.
Earliest.
Majora's Mask, I've literally recorded everything already. So, and like I think in the first 2 days of me editing, I sent Yoshi and Travis 6 videos worth.
Yeah, the first day alone.
So I guess if Yoshi gets everything set for November, then those 2 LPs will happen then. Next, Nino Kuni. I mentioned in the LP I'm waiting on a HDMI DVI adapter. I got the adapter, now I'm just waiting on the cabling. That should be coming in on Thursday. All that does is allow me to record the footage in 1080p because PS3s are limited to 720p footage capture. But if that ends up not working quite as well, because when I capture footage, there's a bit of frame rate loss, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I can get some money to upgrade my OS to Windows 7, and then I'm going to see if that speeds things up and makes it a little better. And if that does, that might also allow me to handle the streaming for Extra Life if that happens. I'm looking into like upgrading the fuck out of my computer.
I know mine can use more RAM. It's only got 1.
Really?
Yeah, 1 gig of RAM. A supercomputer that can do anything, but it has 1 fucking gig of RAM.
Well, clearly I'm just missing everything else.
You want to trade? Yeah, I got the... Wait, shit.
I'll get Windows 7 in like 2 weeks. Unless Amazon wants to take forever like everything else.
Amazon is just random for me. Sometimes it takes a month. Sometimes it shows up in 3 days. Fucking, I ordered something from someplace, and it was like, oh, you're going to get it in like 2 weeks, and it came in like 3 days.
Yeah. Next, I had this idea for, like, ever since Twilight Princess, and it took us forever to actually start the preparations for it. But I am making Yoshi and Travis do an iRiff with me of the Hero of Time. If you don't know what those 2 are, iRiffs are, they're riff tracks, but fan-made. So it's going to be hosted on the Riff Tracks site. It's just not endorsed by Mike Nelson or anyone. The Hero of Time is a Zelda fan movie. I wrote a review of this back on our old LP channel, FATLPs. Yoshi and I narrated that. It's still up on the Straw Hat Nose Blip, but an iRiff would be so much more funny. We're just naturals at mockery. And Travis is already basically MST3K in a box. So I think an iRiff will be really damn funny for that movie. And plus, since it's a fan movie, it's uploaded, I think, on Vimeo, the whole thing. So, like, once you get the iRiff, which will only be like $3, $3 or $4 for it, you'll be basically set.
Yeah. God, how long has it been since we've done that review? Like 3 years? 4?
We did that just before SFA started.
God. We did like a million things before SFA started.
I know.
We had a parody song like before the stupid characters even had development.
It was kind of what helped spur on the development. That's my dad working on the roof.
I was about to say, oh, he's gonna have to go again. I'll take it.
Next, this is just kind of speculative, but if my upgrading of the computer works out like I hope it will, I'm going to try to get into streaming games a little more. I've been wanting to do that, but since my computer just can't handle streaming at all, it just hasn't happened. It's going to take some testing, but if that does, I'll be doing that pretty consistently, and I might upload the streams that happen to the Straw Hat Nose channel.
Cool.
So it'll be a shit ton of random content. Like, not LP specific, might just be random games. Like, I've been wanting to do this thing. Pro Jared almost did this, I think. It was like a Fallout 3 Nuzlocke.
He did a Nuzlocke of it? Oh, how would that work?
Well, he did a stream of Fallout 3, and I don't know if it was Nuzlocke. He died a lot, that's for sure.
So it's like, oh, I only get one shotgun per town or something.
Well, what I might do is, like, not start from at the very beginning. Start as soon as I leave the vault. So, like, I'm right there. I can only take, like, one melee weapon, one shotgun, one heavy weapon, one pistol, or whatever. And, like, the very first one I find. And maybe, like, find a weapon randomizer just to see what I get. And put some weird shit in there, maybe. Just see what I come up with.
Would you like to fight this killer robot with a kitten? Well, I guess.
Ramp!
It's a pretty strong fucking cat. I'm gonna swing it by the tail.
But no definites on that.
Yeah, I might be doing streams again too. Like, remember when I did those Brawl streams for that, when I was practicing for the Brawl tournament? And then, like, the Brawl tournament got canceled, and I was like, wow, what a waste of my life, you know? I'm actually gonna start streaming probably, like, you know, TV shows and stuff. Like, one of my favorite cartoons of all time is Dan Versus. I'm going to start streaming all of the episodes since it got canceled recently, and I'm really upset about that. And it won an Emmy, and I don't know why the fuck they canceled it, but whatever. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming that pretty soon. All the episodes will be like, yay! Let's watch the small man get mad at everything.
All right, a few personal updates. The current status on my album is I have 9 songs fully recorded. Might tweak a couple of them a bit more, even though I probably should just leave them. Most of them are really short, but I do have a couple meaty songs. I don't know how big the album is going to be. I'm just going to keep recording until I have all of the songs that I think would fit on the album, and, like, leave off some of the weaker ones. So I've got a nice, solid, strong release that's actually worth your money. No release date, but I would like to have it finished by the end of winter. So it might be released around the same time Black Hole White Space was. Yoshi, you can take this. Sonic!
Sonic! Okay, so this has been going on with our friends in our group chat for probably a month by now. And basically, Sonic. One day we were just sitting there, and we were just thinking about, yeah, man, Sonic Adventure had some really stupid voice acting, am I right? And then we just kind of went off. We just kept talking about how stupid Sonic was, especially Sonic's voice. Like, and I'm not talking about the new games. I mean, like, his voice has always been stupid to me. Like, he always sounds like a game show host. Like, have you heard what he sounds like when he jumps off the bridge, when you just fall in a hole in Sonic Adventure? You wanna know what he sounds? He just, no! I'm dying. I fell. That's literally what he sounds like. And, Tails, you're gonna crash! Ah! Like, he always sounds really cheery and, like, it's really stupid. And so we just kept talking about, like, man, I didn't realize how freaking corny Sonic is. And we just kept going on and just saying things in Sonic's voice. Like, I'm dead! Whoa! Ah, I'm falling! Just really stupid things.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
And then, oh my god, yesterday we went on for 2 fucking hours singing songs in Sonic's voice.
It started with, like, Knuckles.
Yeah, it was Knuckles, because in Sonic Adventure, when you have the fight with Knuckles, when you hit him, he goes, oh no. Just, oh no. Just really flat, like, and it just makes me wonder, do they not have a take for that? Just, oh no. Oh no, every time you hit him, he sounds just like that. And it just got to this point where we just kept doing everything in his Sonic's voice, and it was just really, it just became really whimsical and douchey. Everything. And so, it got to the point where we basically just make Sonic this little dick cheese who just sort of shows up and he's happy about everything, and like, his answer for things is just saying his own name. Like, Sonic, why did you do that? Why did you, punch that kid in the face? Sonic! Oh, okay. And so, we've been doing that for like a month now, and okay, as you guys may or may not know, I put fanfic readings in my personal channel, on my personal YouTube, Mugiwara no Yoshi, and recently, the most recent story we read is a crossover between Sonic and My Little Pony. And Sonic just goes around and he does stupid shit, and we were dying within the first chapter because of just how stupid not only the story is, but just Sonic. And Thorn was reading Sonic the whole time, and it was just so stupid.
Sonic,
just everything. Just imagine him singing songs in that voice, in the happy game show, whimsical, never sad about anything voice.
when I was your girl, I didn't know how it would end when we begin.
Oh my God.
We have 9 chapters of that recorded so far. It's like 32 chapters.
Yeah, there's 32 chapters and a sequel. That's also like 31 chapters. We're gonna do both.
How many chapters per video is that going to be?
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to split it at least 4, because like 9 chapters alone is that's like a 2-hour recording. I don't know. I'm gonna have to split it in some way. We did that for a whole. I can't believe we did it for a whole 2 hours yesterday.
God.
I'm gonna be the Pokemon Master. Yeah.
Don't do me like that. Oh no.
Oh yeah. And then we did Knuckles' voice. We started with Knuckles' voice, and then we just went to Sonic.
That just became a mix of it.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
I'm getting so hot, I didn't take my clothes off.
And we just did that for 2 hours.
So yeah, new fanfic reading will be up on Yoshi's channel soon.
Yeah. And if you're stuck on a question you don't know what to do, just go, Sonic.
I think it'll be even funnier than Blue Blitz.
Yeah, honestly, I really think it is. The Legend of Blue Blitz is funny, but this new story is even funnier. Just, oh my God.
Like, Blue Blitz, it built up, it got even funnier, and then just kept getting worse after a while.
The more we read it, it was like, oh my God, Blue Blitz, just stop, please.
But My Little Sonic just keeps getting better.
It keeps getting stupider with every chapter. And as much as we ridiculed Blue Blitz, at least that dude had better grammar than this one. Doesn't help that this one's in script format for some reason. No, my favorite line is, and then Sonic was.
I am.
I am. Me. Sonic.
Sonic.
I'm falling. Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to more. We were going to do more last night, but...
Yeah, we were going to do it yesterday, but Shadow got tired. And she does like half the characters.
We would do more Blue Blitz, but he stopped uploading more chapters.
Yeah, we were going to do more Blue Blitz, but we can't... I swear to God, for a while we were checking like every day. Is the new one up yet? No. And as of June, I think the last update was back in June, and he still hasn't done anything with it.
I think it's like with when you guys did Friendship is Power. I think we scared him off.
Oh, no, but the Friendship is Power guy actually went directly to me, and he was like, I didn't know you were making fun of my fanfic. And we're like, well, okay, first of all, he realized that 14 chapters in. Like, when we put chapter 14 up, he's like, I didn't know you were reading my story to make fun of it. And I'm like, what have you heard in the past 13 chapters? We were like, wow, this is stupid. Who would ever write stuff like that? I'm assuming he just heard that somebody was like, hey, somebody's doing a reading, and I guess he thought it was a serious one, and he never actually heard it. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, there are actual serious readings of fanfics on YouTube.
Yeah, but I think we're literally the only way to hear that story now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that, like, we ended up changing some lines and just improvise half the time, so you're not even getting the actual story a quarter of the time. It's just us being stupid.
Like, did he take it down?
Yeah, he took down the story. We are literally the... you can only listen to Friendship is Power through me. That's the only way. If you go to my channel and you click on it.
And you're still getting questions. Are you going to do more Friendship is Power?
Yeah, people are asking, like, oh, when are you going to read the next chapter? And we're like, well, we can't. Because the dude quit. I think we got up to chapter 15. Here's the thing. He quit, then he came back, did chapter 15, and then quit again. Here's the thing, though. We recorded chapter 15, but he took it down before we uploaded it. So I guess he was just like, you know what, fuck it, this is just stupid. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Blue Blitz, as of right now, it's looking like it's just gonna end, I guess. My original idea was like, you know what, if Friendship is Power is gonna end, I'll just write the ending myself. Because I really wanted to see, despite all the shit we said, we really wanted to know what was gonna happen. I mean, there's so many loose ends that he left open. Will Ghost, the guy who died in Modern Warfare 2, marry Rainbow Dash? I don't know. I want to know. Yes, that sounds as stupid as I just said it. But yeah, My Little Sonic, Friendship is way past cool. Look forward to that. On the Mugiwara no Yoshi channel. It's mainly just, that channel is just mainly me just reading fanfics and doing other stupid shit.
As a Blue Blitz, I've joined him.
Yeah, as a Blue Blitz. We're not strict. I don't stay strictly to MLP stuff. It just happens that they have the worst stories. I'm pretty sure there's worsey ones out there, but...
Yeah, how can you quantify that?
I'm pretty sure there's worse ones, but it's just so easy to go there and find a bad one.
All right, and the status on my webcomic. Olivia's laptop died,
Aww.
and that was the only thing that the printer could hook up to, so she's getting a new one. I haven't started writing the first chapter because she and I are going to do a few more world-building sessions. We're getting a little more in-depth into it than I think we need to, but it'll be beneficial to me later on down the line.
I don't know, it looks really cool.
I'm psyched as hell to start this. If you guys haven't seen it yet, the Tumblr is up. It's zeldabookofthetrader.tumblr.com. No comic pages or anything yet, but it is chock full of her concept art, and everything is looking really good so far. I'm saying right now, we have the most badass Great Fairy out of any Zelda, and it's not even an official Great Fairy, but it looks really cool.
Should really look into that. A lot of concept arts up there.
So, like, no planned release just yet. Might be able to get it started at least before the end of the year. Just depends on how much I have swamped myself. You guys know me. I do that all the damn time. Yoshi, before we go into shooting the shit, is there anything you would want to add to that list?
The only really thing I can think about is Dash and Twilight Set 22 is going to come out, but that's about it. I can't really go into it. It's just like, well, it's going to come out.
Well, you're also doing a solo update.
Yeah, I'm also doing a solo update. Like, I can't really say, oh, it's going to be so story-driven, because it's just like a little filler just so she can answer questions, so... But I haven't been putting a lot of time into that. Like the idea vault basically became the create the world vault. Like, I pretty much just reinvented Equestria.
World building's fun.
It really is. I can change anything. I'm like, okay, that character died. That never happened. You died too. You're gonna die, but not yet. You know, just stuff like that.
Olivia!
Olivia, hey! Fresh out of prison, hi!
Right after we talked about you.
I know, we're like, and rest in peace, Olivia's laptop. We'll never see. Oh, there you. Hey, hi, Olivia. How you doing? Speaking of Dash and Twilight, I should probably do like an actual, put another video up there, but not like to give an idea of what it actually is. Because when I did the advertisement, I'm like, hey, it's a blog. Follow it, but you know, I should probably actually let them listen to some of the audio before they can, you know.
Yeah. Do you want to do what I did with Ascurodoro, like put a season together?
I was thinking of doing that, and I was gonna ask you. I was like, is that all right if I do that kind of thing? But...
Yeah, totally.
All right. I'm gonna put all of them together then. Well, then again, I have a lot of episodes. I don't know. Just the first season, I suppose. Because I would say that I'm in the second season, if you will. Because now that we got Scootaloo back and shit, but you know, I'll do that later. I probably have to like. I'm gonna tweak the audio a little because listening to the old ones, I'm like, God, I could do that so much better now. So I'm probably gonna give you guys the special editions, I guess. So yeah, look forward to that, I guess.
All right, sweet.
That'll be fun. Of course, like really early on, it's pretty obvious that when I first started the blog, it was for shits and giggles because I kind of say things that I never would have in real life. So I'm kind of not sorry, but at the same time, it was for shits and giggles, and I didn't take it seriously until like halfway in. So yeah, you're gonna notice a lot of quality changes and stuff. So yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah. I just threw confetti there. Dead in Twilight. That's all I can think of for personal, other than I'm going to wait for a job. I applied to a grand opening of a Marshalls, and yeah, I'm waiting for them on a callback. They were like, "Yeah, we're still accepting applications," and I gave them to them. And I talked to this sweet Polish lady. She had a really cute accent. I was like, "Oh, can I keep you?" Just I mean, I'll probably be arrested if I do that, but she was just adorable. She's like, "Yeah, we'll call you soon." I'm like, "Oh." This is one of the. Sonic. Oh my god. That'll be the cutest thing. Sonic! She said. Oh my god, what if they call me and then like on the phone they're like, "Yeah, so can you come up for your job interview?" "Yeah, sure." And then I show up and they're like, Sonic! And like, well, shit, I can't believe they got me so bad. I'll just go, "Oh no," that's my response. God. I swear, I'm gonna replay Sonic Adventure just so I can hear them talk.
God. Honestly, I thought I was fucking done with Sonic, and then they just started up this Sonic shit, and then I finally get into it, and I was like, this is actually pretty fun.
It just came right out of nowhere. We're just like, Sonic is dumb. That's pretty much how it happened.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Next, just a bit of shooting the shit. It has been so long since we had this segment.
Well, to be fair, we were kind of doing that right before.
God, when was the last time we had this? I think the podcast right before SFA 5.
Jesus.
Because that was the point we just started having episodes of the podcast just for SFA episodes.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't aware, there is a Legend of Zelda fan movie that is not the Hero of Time, that has an even worse budget and is actually really good. It's called The Legend of Link. Up until like just last year, it was really hard to find this. It was uploaded to like Google Video in 2007. So it's pretty old. It was like around the time Twilight Princess came out. And for a long time, you couldn't find it because of YouTube and or Nintendo's policies regarding videos. But like literally a year ago from last week, the director uploaded the entire thing back to YouTube. And I watched it again, and it still holds up. Now, The Legend of Link, the reason it's good is it's a spoof. Unlike The Hero of Time, which was low budget, like, it looks pretty decent considering, but it still tries a little too hard to take itself seriously. Legend of Link doesn't even fucking try. They make fun of everything, and it's legitimately funny. Like, it's not funny accidentally. It's written well, acted surprisingly well. Their Link, the Hero of Time Link speaks and has maybe one expression, and he sucks. The Legend of Link is completely silent except for the usual hot noises, but he's also very expressive. So it's a good Link. They actually have a funny tingle. Believe it or not, I like their tingle. Their Ganondorf is fucking hilarious. He's really hammy. The Hyrule Castle that they're in is just somebody's house, but it still really works. And they have this kind of like domestic shtick going on with him and Zelda. Zelda's just this regular girl who doesn't give a shit. And all the guards like her, and they don't listen to Ganondorf. They're just playing board games and video games. It's really anachronistic, too. That just gives it even more of a charm. Overall, it does so many things well that, like, the cheapness of the animation, slightly hokiness with a couple of other actors are very easily forgiven. So, The Legend of Link, it's uploaded on the director's YouTube channel, Danny Sammons Jr. I highly recommend it. I love it.
I remember I saw something, I don't know if it was that specifically, but it was like about this Link who would walk around. They had a series of videos too, and like Link would sort of, everybody would tell him you're not a hero, Link. He was just this kind of crazy guy, and then like and then like the final battle between him and Ganondorf was literally them playing ping pong. Is that the same one, or is this something different?
That's completely different.
Okay, because they were playing ping pong at the end. They're like, "Oh, Link, I'm gonna defeat you," and Link just kind of looked at him. He couldn't talk, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to that one. I should look for it.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I don't think it'll be as funny as what you're telling me though, because I don't remember any of that. So it's probably something else.
No, Legend of Link. It's kind of like a mix of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It seems like it could be in the same world. Oh, here's another thing you'll like about it. The very first scene, Navi is in it, and then they meet Tingle. Tingle takes out a baseball bat and power smashes her into space, and you never see her again for the rest of the movie.
Oh, Navi. You'll always be hated, but I'll think you're all right.
Well, the viewers will like that.
As long as you're my Z target, then I don't give a shit.
I think I like it just because of the Smash Bros. NES reference.
I'll sit down and watch. I think you linked it in the group chat, and I looked at it for like a second. I'm like, oh, a series of videos. Not gonna watch that yet.
Yeah, give it a chance. There are a couple of weird scenes. One, when Link gets the Master Sword, he has a Yu-Gi-Oh battle. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna give that another chance.
Yeah, I'm alright with like letting things slide early on in the series because you're gonna see that when I put on Dash and Twilight. You're like, yeah, you would never say that. I'll be like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You'll see.
but like the scenes with Tingle, the milk bar scene, any scene with Ganondorf is great. He's a really good Ganondorf. He doesn't try to look it, but he acts it totally. Hams up the wall. He's actually a pretty good actor. His great comedic timing. It's too bad. The director in the YouTube comments said a lot of the people, like everyone involved in that was in high school, which is surprising to me because everyone was really good at it. But the director said that a lot of them didn't go into theater or TV or anything.
Aw.
So it seems like there's a lot of wasted potential there.
Well, actually, that is pretty surprising. You know, I actually had an assignment for my creative writing class, and we had to write a short story, 4 pages worth of dialogue. And, you know, I do that all the time, so that was like one of the easiest assignments in the world. And originally, my story was about a little girl and a friend trying to get a birthday present for her mom. And then when I went home, I changed it to about 2 bounty hunters looking for a girl to kill. Because that's me.
Because that's
And, like,
equivalent.
you know, I don't know why. I was just like, better idea. Now they're gonna kill somebody. So, yeah, and here I am in college, and the professor wanted us to pick 2 people from the audience to act it out because he believes that plays are meant to be, you know, acted. They're not meant to be read, meant to be acted. And, you know, I can respect that. And my main characters were 2 dudes, and of course, the 2 people that I wanted to play my characters, Jack and Booker, they the name of the characters, not the name of the people, they weren't there. So I had to settle for the only 3 guys that were there, and I kind of didn't want to use any of them because I'm like, no, you're not gonna do it right. I just knew, and so I kind of wanted to use a girl, and like one of the girls offered, but then the teacher's like, you don't want to be a man. But he said it like, you don't want to be a guy. You really don't want to be a guy. Like condescending almost, like, sweetie, about your life, let me tell you. So, and he has a really great sense of humor. I love my professor for creative writing. So I had to pick, and my choices were the fat kid that never wants to do anything. I'm saying that because I don't actually know his name. I wouldn't normally call him that, so the cripple kid, whose name I also don't know, and the normal kid. I don't know any of their names, is the thing. So I went with the normal kid and the cripple kid, and the cripple kid, who had a slur, did better than the normal kid reading my script. And that was honestly depressing because the guy was just killing my jokes. Like, the timing was so off, and I'm like, joke killer. That's what you are, a joke killer. And, you know, I'm just like sitting there with my arms folded, and you know, like, oh yeah, good job, guys. And in my head, I'm like, you fucked it up so bad. But thankfully, you know, the acting wasn't gonna, like, you know, give the grade for my assignment. The professor's gonna read it, so I'll find out how good I did on that Monday. Still depressing though. I worked really hard on it, and I liked it.
Did that have anything to do with The Legend of Link?
Well, when you mentioned the acting in high school thing, so that connected me to remembering how shittily these college students did when it came to acting. So Yeah, it's pretty surprising that high school people would do good enough.
Yeah.
Because, normally when you're in school, when they read something, they're just, they read slower than a snail with type 5 diabetes. But, that's all I had for shooting shit, okay?
All right. Next, this is just a little something. One of our fans re-uploaded one of our Retsupres that I took down. Was the Animal Crossing one?
Animal Crossing one. We did one for Animal Crossing?
Yeah. It's old. It was like one of the first 5 we did when the crickets were still active.
I really don't remember Animal Crossing one. I remember Harvest Moon, and I remember the other Harvest Moon game, Tree of Tranquility, but I don't remember Animal Crossing.
It was right at the same time.
Oh.
But, I wouldn't mind him re-uploading that. But it's like, there's a reason I took it down. 1, the crickets are annoying. 2, it's not a good Retsupre. So, if you're watching this, I don't necessarily mind, but please fucking take that shit down.
Can you at least change my name to, Steve?
No, you got your name wrong anyway.
Okay, great. I'm safe.
And he thought it was my crickets. It's like, great. Yeah, I keep a pet cricket.
Those sound like California crickets. I know. That was when Alex was alive. I miss Alex. Anyways.
And on that depressing note, some questions.
Yeah, let's get to questions. I've been looking at this one in the chat for a while. Before we get to the ones listed down. Yoshi, did Flutter Repairs die? No, Flutter Repairs isn't dead. See, the thing is, Flutter Repairs is a spin-off to Dash and Twilight, and Fluttershy makes frequent appearances in that blog anyway, so if there isn't an update in Flutter Repairs, then I think it's fair game, because, she's still there. She's still a regular character, so, But I do want to get back to it. I'm thinking after set 22, I'm going to focus more on Flutter Repairs, because there's a lot of good questions, there's a lot of great jokes I can do just by getting really stupid computer problems. It was actually a joke recently. That was actually a call that I used that Thorn sent me, about almost a year ago? In fact, Flutter Repairs is going to be 1 year old in 6 days. So I have to do something for that. So, yeah. I'll get back to her really soon.
One from, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Omri Ailot. What is the funniest thing in life right now that if possible you would quit everything to do it?
Funniest thing in life.
It is an unusual question. Something so funny you would quit everything to do it.
Drop all the projects or do somebody.
It's very awkwardly worded.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, there aren't any shows that I would quit everything to do. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to be on Community or something, or but I don't imagine me quitting Dash and Twilight for it, or Straw Hat No, or anything like that.
From Nina Castillo, who are your favorite celebrities, TV and music artists, etc.?
You want to start it off?
I don't like to think of people as celebrities. Celebrity is very fleeting and sort of non-existent. But I gotta admit, I have the hugest man crush on Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters. Sweetest guy, ridiculously talented. And if you watch an interview from right at the start of Foo Fighters, right to a recent one, he's still acting exactly the same. He really hasn't changed. And Jarvis Cocker. I'm gay for Jarvis Cocker.
I think there was a dude I wanted to be gay for, but I don't remember who it was.
Everybody's got to have one.
I do. I really do. I feel like... Was it from a TV show? Gosh. I don't remember. But one of my favorite comedians of all time is... And he's just my favorite in general, is Louis C.K. I just think he's the funniest comedian out there. I know that there's a couple of British ones who probably, are just as good, but he has this crazy mentality that's a perfect blend of dark humor and just really straightforward, and it's just basically the kind of jokes I would make. And he's just hilarious. I love him so much.
From Orion Burn 75, Thorn, what's the moment you realized you were bi? I didn't write it down anywhere, so I couldn't tell you the exact moment, but there was a period where I looked at a penis and thought, this is okay.
Well, I kind of see him under the bathroom every day, so I'm like, yeah, I need this.
Yeah. So like, but recently, I've expanded to I'm not bisexual. I'm specifically pansexual because bi is specific to being attracted to women and men. Pansexual includes someone who would be like transsexual or just gender queer, and I would be attracted to someone like that as well. So I'm pansexual. Robomelon, Thorn, what happened to Neverhood? A guy on SA called 2 Days Life, I think. He did an LP of it and Skull Monkeys, and it was so much better than I would have ever done. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I think it's still active. If not, it might be on the LP archive. But I'll look up on YouTube 2 Days Life. He did an LP of those two, and I just don't need to do it anymore.
I'm really trying really hard. Who to remember who I'd be really gay for? I know I had one. I'm gonna figure it out.
Do you remember what type of show it was?
I want to say comedy, but it's probably not. I think it was somebody from Community. I don't remember.
Joel McHale?
I think it was him because he's really fucking handsome. Yeah, it was him.
Okay.
I look at him and I'm like, you fucking perfect bastard.
One from Robomelon. Ooh, what would you consider to be your dream game to LP? Well, thing is, I thought Skyward Sword was that for me, and then I was proven wrong.
I don't know. Normally, I don't have like a game planned or anything. I just kind of think about really old games that I've played, or I think of a recent one, be like, oh yeah, that'd be cool for a Let's Play. I never really have anything planned, so I don't know.
Well, Bomberman games weren't dream LPs.
we did a whole bunch during the Extra Life last year.
Yeah. And I promise I won't make anyone sit through those this Extra Life.
I'm still surprised at how well the Bomberman NES part went.
Yeah. Well, it's because I cut out all the crap.
Yeah, like I sat through it again and it's still funny. Like, I don't know how. It's early in the morning and I'm just like, usually I'm brain dead by then, but no, we were just belting out jokes left and right.
Hitler would donate.
You know what Hitler would do at a time like this? Donate to charity, which you should all do. There's a link going around. God.
Although I did really, really want to play Saturn Bomberman, and then I got my hands on it and played it, and it's good.
Oh.
I mean, it's like all the other Bomberman games, but it's what other Bomberman games did well, and the music is really good. So it's probably the best in the 2D series.
Cool.
It's probably the best in the series, period.
Bomberman 93, was that the one at the end where I was just like, oh my god, this is the same game?
Kind of. We did go into the first Super Bomberman part, but then like Yoshi was totally dead for that, so we scrapped it.
I apologize.
Like, if you were really super tired for Bomberman 93, you did miss out on the freaking out penguin, or whatever it was, the platypus. We have a whole meme dedicated to that thing.
Jesus.
Oh, Anime Boston. We can say our
Boston.
current status on that.
Unsure, but I'm kind of hoping I can score a job because if I get the call, then I'm pretty much guaranteed.
Sweet. I get paid next Friday, and the first thing I'm going to do is buy a plane ticket and then set my hotel reservation. Like, I'm going to go no matter what, and I'm going to try to bring Olivia with me this time. But, like, the thing is, we were talking about it, and then the day after, she was like, yeah, I want to go, but my mom is worried that I'm running off to Boston with some weird guy, and I was thinking, she's not wrong. I mean,
just tell him that his weird friend might be there too. That'll fix it.
You're running to a lot of weird people with Boston.
I know, right? With a weird guy. Well, I'm probably one of the least weird people you're gonna see in that place.
Honestly, yeah.
But if we're talking about comedic improv, then yeah, we might get thrown out. But whatever.
So yeah, I'm definitely going. Olivia is planning on going. She says she already has enough money, so yay.
I hear it's going to be in March this time?
Yeah, it's going to be in March this year.
So hopefully, like, I don't know if I'll... Because it depends on this... Now it depends on money, which for one seems to be like the least intervening factor for once in my life, which is weird.
Yeah.
And that's a maybe, and that's only if I get the job. But now there's the whole college thing too, because what if I just skip out on one semester just so I can go?
Well, it's on the weekend. You just need to set up your classes so that they don't collide.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll just depend on those two things. But I'm just gonna say maybe for now. But maybe is leaning more towards yes for now. If I get the job, I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm going.
Oh, and Olivia, to answer your question, am I getting to Boston first day of the convention or the day before? I'm planning to go the day before so that I can get situated at the hotel and then go to the pre-register.
Yeah, people who pre-register are supposed to go the day before anyway.
Yeah.
So you can pick it up. I don't know if like the day after, if you show up, they're like, oh, you're gonna have to take that line, and we already gave away your pre-register or something. I don't know if they do that, but
the idea of pre-register is you can just show up on Thursday and get it before everyone. If you don't get it on Thursday, you just have to go to the registration at the regular time. That's really the only additional benefit, and I think it just costs more to like get it later.
Yeah, and that fucking line is so long.
No, the pre-reg line is huge. Regular registration, there's like none because everyone pre-registers.
Well, to be fair, I'm the guy. Me and my brother did show up on the wrong side anyway.
Yeah.
So for all I know, we probably cut like 5,000 people.
No, you got there long after the pre-reg line had cleared out.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd just be really stupid to be like, hey guys, what's that line for? Yeah, can we get our tickets? Wait, what are those guys doing? Getting our tickets? Jeez, can you believe this guy? What are you doing? Waiting for hours? And that's how I became the biggest dick the day before the convention.
Yoshi, if you don't show up in 5 minutes, you're not there for another hour.
Oh yeah, Tempe called me. And I'm like, don't worry, Tempe, we'll be right. I say that and I'm on a bus, just freaking. I'm going on the highway, we'll be right there really soon. And I hung up. Oh yeah, shit, this is like a half-hour ride, damn.
Really soon.
I'll be there eventually. And then when we got in there, I'm like, where the hell are these guys? Jeez. Maybe they're lost. Yes, they're the ones who are lost. I'm getting tickets. Yeah, like I'm in the place. Where are you guys? And then we started, not only did we enter the wrong way, but we left the wrong way too.
Yeah, Olivia, if you're lucky, like depending on when I land and when, like, are you going to fly out there? Because yeah, she lives in Canada, but she's still closer to Boston than I am.
Ooh, I didn't know she was Canadian.
We've been talking about if she might take a flight and then drive, or drive and then take a flight. Still deciding. But depending when, like, if she does fly out to the Boston airport, they have this complimentary bus line, the Silver Line. They up until like 12:15 p.m. You can get onto that, and it's a free ride into downtown Boston. And then you can go down to the subway, and since you came on the Silver Line, you don't have to pay to get onto the subway, and that takes you right up to the street that the convention center's on. So yeah, if depending on when you show up, if you get on while the Silver Line's still on, I'll probably still be at the airport, so like we could meet up there. If you get there on Thursday. Oh yeah, she's right behind the Great Lakes.
God, I love that trip so much. Every time me and my brother talk about it, we just end up laughing about every time we talk about the story, we just end up cracking up about everything. Like the very first thing my brother says when we leave, he's talking to my mom. He's like, look, I got the Google Map directions. I'm the navigator. He's gonna be holding the phone and the calls. I'm like, all right. And then the very first thing he says when we come back, he's gonna be the navigator next time I'm holding the damn phone. Because we kept getting lost. The very first thing when we finally arrived in the street where our motel was at, we got off the bus, and he's like, okay, he looks at the directions and he sees a detour. Okay, this way, and I'm like, what if we just go straight? You know, it probably is straight. And he's like, no, there's a detour here for a reason. And we followed that detour, and we ended up going the wrong way for 3 hours. But the best part about all of that little bit when we got lost was when I was like, all right, let's just get a taxi. So we see this red taxi. We see a red taxi coming. We tell it to stop. And we're like, oh, hey, we want to go over here. He's like, all right, I got to go pick somebody up. But write down the number on the side of this car, call it, and we'll send you somebody else. And then the driver goes away, then we call him. And then another red taxi comes, and it's the same fucking guy. Like, okay, my life is officially a cartoon after that.
Honestly, that bit about I'm the navigator becomes extra funny when I think about how when I finally got you guys unlost and got into the motel, he says right to the camera, he's the navigator. So now just imagine him, like he's saying it subconsciously to you. It's like, he's the navigator now, not me. And even better, we still got lost after that.
Because the street, like, split into two different areas. We went to a freaking neighborhood, and the other side had the freaking home motel.
We should have gone straight.
Yeah, that's the very first thing I told him to do when we got off. Let's go straight on the street that we're in. Nah, let's go on the detour. Why? Because it's here for a reason. We don't have a bike, stupid.
Like, just walk into the hotel. Like, it was late at night. We just wanted to get there. And, like, you guys just started getting spread out. It's like you just didn't want to talk to each other. And Yoshi looked kind of sad, just far off in the back behind us.
At this point, I'm just like, freaking, that convention's gonna be worth it. Here we go. Oh, of course, we gotta cross the street. Yeah, fuck. No, you didn't have it. Thank God that I go on walks by myself really often, because when we got to the hotel and I took off my sock, my feet had bubbles and bruises and sores on them. If I didn't prepare myself, I swear to God, I would have no feet.
God.
The only reason my brother went with me is because my parents don't trust me enough to go by myself. But he'll probably be coming along with me anyway. Because now we're just kind of like road trip buddies.
For better or worse.
For better or worse.
I'm looking forward to it. Like, even if this year's AB was boring.
Yeah, did anything exciting happen? Because almost everybody's like, yeah, this Anime Boston was alright.
Well, it's because we couldn't get together to do anything.
Yeah, that was really the whole point of us going to Anime Boston in the first place. It was Tempe's idea, because she was going to go see Chess, and we were like, oh, we could go too, because Boston's not too far.
Yeah, and then nobody went. Like, the only one at AB itself was Chess, and I only got to see her for 5 minutes.
Damn it, Chess. I don't want getting mad at her, but whatever.
Yeah, it was like, even if that was all that happened that weekend, I think it would have been worth it. Because I just like meeting up with my friends. And then on that Saturday, I got to spend Saturday and Sunday with Varhias and Alicia, and that made the trip even more worth it. But, like, AB itself was just... It was not the draw of the trip.
No interesting panels or anything?
I didn't even check the panel itinerary. I just couldn't be asked. Let's see. Olivia says her brother kind of wants to come too. I'm trying to think. Like, it's cool if he comes along. It's just if he doesn't have a purpose to come, like, either specifically to meet people or to see a specific panel, or if, like, an anime convention is a place he would be okay at, it may not necessarily be worth his while. Because, like Yoshi said, the only point to even going is to meet up with everyone. The convention itself is purely superfluous. Yeah, tickets to the convention are like $50 if you order early, and that's for the full weekend, Friday to Sunday. Yeah, when you pre-register, and when you have bought them, there's this really huge line that surrounds the convention center. You almost can't miss it, and you just wait at the end of that, and eventually you get in.
Yeah, and if you have trouble finding it, just look around for cosplayers. I saw somebody dressed as a gender-bent Finn, and that's when I knew we were at the right place.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, look how cute she is. What's that character's name? I know it has a name. Fiona, I think? I don't watch Adventure Time, so I don't know.
And how many times have we heard, it's Adventure Time? You probably never will.
Oh my fucking God. No, I swear to God, we were going up the escalator, and I'm like, and I have the cell phone in my in the pocket of my hoodie, so I'm like, oh, what time is it? And you know, I'm just saying that like casually. That was not a setup for a joke. I'm just like, what time is it? Because it's like 9 a.m. and we're like, oh, when do these panels start? And then some dude who's next to me is just like, it's Adventure Time. And I'm like, where the fuck did you even come from? Like, he just I swear he just materialized out of thin air. Like he's just programmed to show up when you say, what time is it? It wasn't even set up for a joke. I was like, oh, just casually to myself, what time is it? It's adventure time. Oh, jeez. I swear, he leaned into my ear. It was almost a whisper. It was creepy. Just, it's adventure time. Oh, Jesus, fucking... Oh.
Reminds me of that time when I went away to get some food or something, and we were still on a call. I muted my mic, and then I slowly turned it back on and went, hey, Yoshi. And I think I have that recording somewhere, but I don't know.
I like how in the animal Boston, yeah, sure. Hey, you guys ever been to Animal Boston New Leaf 2013? I like how in the anime Boston video, like there I am right there, me and my brother getting the tickets, and then we don't even notice you guys, and we just turn around the other way. Like we literally didn't even look to the other side. We're just like, all right, let's leave. Just
fuck this shit.
And then I'm calling Tempe like, where the hell is Tempe? And then I got attacked, and I'm like, okay, I found Tempe. I'm kind of hoping that I can actually get to jump on Tempe this time. Just so I could be like, hey, Squeegee, how you doing?
We had so much planned that never happened. Like, Yoshi was just going to find Tempe sitting down somewhere, sit down beside her, and then whisper something.
I know I was going to do the cereal test for Tempe. Because Tempe tends to not know what's going on at the moment. So I was going to pour a bowl of cereal, let Tempe eat it for like a minute, and then take it away, and then look at her and be like, so what just happened?
So that's the cereal test. Okay.
Yes. And I think I mentioned at one point I was going to bring like a sock puppet of Shadow, but I never did it. She couldn't show, so I was just going to like put like draw like a little kitty face and have a sock the whole convention just talking to people. People might think I'm actually cosplaying something. I'm like, no, I'm being me.
Yeah, I'm cosplaying Shadow.
See? Look at my huge nut tits. Ha ha ha. Just smack him for no reason. How dare you look down there?
We just have a couple water balloons stapled to your arm.
Right? But like I messed it up so it stuck to my skin. So this is... Oh, jeez, this is painful.
Oh, you and Tempe need to remember to skip.
Oh yeah, we were gonna skip, but we didn't.
Because like there was no space anywhere.
Yeah, like it was so many people. I'd have to be like at least an open area, so I'd be like, howdy do, hi, skippity, you know?
There is this area just outside the mall. It's usually pretty clear.
And like I look at all the cosplayers and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind cosplaying, you know, if I had the costume and if I looked right for the part. But now I don't even care about looking right for the part. I just want a costume. I want to be Luffy. But that would mean that I have to have my upper body showing, and I need to fix that. I want people to look at my chest hair and be like, "Ooh, what's wrong with him?" Well, a lot of things. First of all.
Oh, speaking of which, I found a place that does slightly more accurate Sheik cosplays, so I'm going to try to... That's another thing I need to put on my shopping list. I'm going to give a Sheik cosplay another shot.
Yeah, that's another thing about cosplay, too. It is so goddamn expensive. And it depends on the cosplay. It's like, oh, that you just need some overalls and a shirt and this. And then some other things like, all right, you're going to need to use a cardboard tube. You're going to need some glue, some sparkle, a cardboard cut out of this. And it's like, oh, fuck, that's way too much. And you have to be like, you know, actually good at sewing and shit. You can't just like throw shit together. Some people get jobs because they do cosplays. Like, professionally in movies. They become costume designers and shit.
Wow. Oh yeah, and Olivia's gonna give me Sharpie tattoos. It's like her design for Sheik for the comic has this really badass Sheikah eye on his trapezius. It looks really cool. Oh fuck, that means I have to cut my hair. Damn it. My hair is really long now.
That's another thing too. I know people who get wigs and they have really long hair and they like manage to tuck it in and make it look perfect. But I feel like that would make things hotter or something. Like it would be hot under your wig. I don't know.
Well, like I have this little wig. They're called snoods, which is like the worst thing to call something. Actually, I have two of them. What the fuck? But yeah, my hair is just so thick and long that I haven't figured out the tucking technique.
Yeah, I know there are people who go the extra mile. I hear there's a TV show about cosplaying now, or I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I hear it's just mostly to make fun of them, though.
Yeah, I hear it's actually just about awful people being awful, and not like and not awful as in awful as in terrible person. Oh yeah, Halloween. That's a thing. I forget. That's a holiday. So what are you guys gonna do for Halloween?
Well, you know, I was working on a Liquid Snake cosplay, and I still have the parts. I might just do that.
That's cool. I don't have a costume, and I probably won't get one.
Oh yeah, I could do. Well, like my Sheik would be a male Sheik, and the Brawl Sheik was female.
Yeah. Well, you could just say N64 Chic before the reveal. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, you're right, I didn't know
Fuck it, genderqueer. Let's do whatever.
that. Just say I'm Chic. What's your gender? Chic.
Just kind of like, duh.
This reminds me of the fanfic. Dude, what are we going to sing about? Sonic. Duh. You fucking idiot. You don't know? So, my plans for Halloween is normally I just do nothing or I give out candy. And I don't want to do any of that. But lately I've been walking a lot farther away from my town. And I've been walking to this beautiful neighborhood. So what I'm going to do is, on Halloween night, I'm going to walk around to other places outside my town to see what Halloween looks like. Maybe get some candy, who knows? I don't know. I'll just be the one guy who just walks around without a costume. Trick or treat! Yeah, give me candy.
I might try that. I got these aviator sunglasses, but they block no sun whatsoever.
Just makes it easier to blind you, actually.
It seems like it. It seems like they make the sun brighter.
Like the light just seeps in through the little slits, so it's just my eye! I look so cool!
So yeah, I might think about doing that. My usual plan for Halloween is I wait for it to be over and then eat whatever candy's left.
I've been giving away candy in about, 2-3 years. Mainly, like, it's cool and all, but it's like, yeah, I get to watch everybody in their costumes. Last year was fucking boring. Because that hurricane happened, and so Halloween was kind of canceled, and, like, the lights were down in several areas. I actually went out for a walk to see what Halloween was like in here in Passaic, and it was boring. Because, well, the lights were down in several areas, and, like, I walked through a bridge, and everything was just pitch black, and I walked through it, too. I'd be like, yeah, this is probably the setup of a Silent Hill game or something, but whatever, I'll walk through it. I might die, but whatever. And it was interesting, too, because everything is pitch black, and then, like, I look across the street, and there's just this one pizzeria that's lit up.
By which you means on fire.
Yeah, it's on fire. Nobody can see it. Nobody can find it, though. They don't have the energy to call. They don't have the. Yeah, they can't call on their phones.
God, what should I do with my old Sheik cosplay? I still have it, but like it's useless.
Give it away in a contest.
But it sucks.
Oh.
Who's gonna want to actively work towards it? And keep in mind, it's not because of the measurements or anything. Even if I had properly taken my measurements, it would still look like shit.
It was just a bad cosplay in general.
Pretty much.
Stitching was all off or something, I suppose. That's what happened when I bought my SNK hoodie that I gave to my dad. I learned that extra large in China means like small in America.
Yeah, they're like 2 sizes
Yeah.
larger than ours.
That means even if I got the 2XL, it still wouldn't have fit me. And I'm not even that bad. Jeez. Chubby, yeah, but not fat.
I'm probably just gonna throw it away. It's no real use to anyone.
You could burn it and have it make it look fun.
Like, I think it was made in China. God knows what chemicals are in it.
Oh. I was gonna say you could burn it and then you could just have a kazoo.
How rank the smell.
I never got to wear you, and I never will.
Crowd cheers. Yay.
Woo! All right. Why are we in his backyard?
We're the fire department. This is a fire hazard. You're under arrest.
We would put that up, but sometimes we just like watching it. Oh, kazoo! I swear we have the worst band ever. You have your kazoo. Travis has his stupid mouthpiece, and I just have my harmonica, and we just play stupid notes.
And like Yoshi's doesn't have the chance like where Travis and I can basically hum a note and it comes out right. He has to do with whatever he gets.
Yeah, listen. Fuck. I haven't played this in forever. This is like a really basic one too. It even says my first harmonica on it.
What's really gonna suck about the flight to AB is the price, more than anything.
How much were your plane tickets, by the way?
They're gonna be around $500 this year.
Jeez. Round trip? Well, how much were they the 2 years before?
They're around that price. The most annoying thing is apparently Boston has like no convenience, period. All of their flights either fly in really late, long after the Silver Line has stopped, or really, really early, so I'd need to sleep at the airport again. So it's like there's just, and the only really good flight in, I think, is the most expensive.
I'm kind of hoping that if I get my job, I'll be able to get a camera too, so I can record my half of my trip of how stupidly everything went for me. Again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna inevitably happen, even if I know exactly where we're going.
We could combine our forces into one big "this is how fucked up our trip was" video.
Side A and side B.
How long does it usually take for a script writing session? If it goes well, it takes about 2 or 3 days. There have been times like where we did an entire script in one night, or ones where it just took weeks.
It really depends. And that's not even including abridged stuff. That even happens to Dash and Twilight. Sometimes I'll make a script in 1 day, sometimes 2 days, sometimes a whole week. The latest script took me 3 weeks. And that's because I would start it up and I'm like, what do I do now? Because I've basically written like a whole outline of the story of what happens and what happens to certain characters, who's going to be introduced and all that. But it's more like, all right, I need to get through this little bit before I can get to what I really want to get to. And I'm like, fuck, how do I do this? But, eventually you just keep on trying and eventually you get to it. Really, when it comes to writer's block, you just have to keep going.
Yeah, the new Gyrodoro took just a night. But then nothing really happens.
Yeah, like the solo set that I know I said that I was writing it for the last 2 days. Like, I can actually do it. I'm just lazy. or I just like, I want to play Borderlands, or I'm like, I'm going to do something else. Or I just get distracted by TV tropes, which happens like 95% of my life. I swear, there's like a new thing every day. I'm like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, my characters won't do that. That's stupid, I've come to realize that my favorite kinds of jokes when it comes to writing are the ones where it's just where the character says something and it just implies something that you don't really understand how that would work, and it just leaves it up to the imagination of the viewer. Like, oh, how was Scootaloo born? Well, 2 lesbian horses did something. That's what happened. Without the use of sperm or a guy.
We don't know which one of them birthed it.
Oh no, we know who birthed it, but we don't know how it happened. They know, and I had a whole joke post about it where Rainbow would give exactly what was like, and then she's put the marshmallows in my mouth, and then you just like, it would get censored by all these sound effects. You didn't actually know exactly what she did. Just more, and I keep dropping like really weird hints that don't really add up to anything. It just makes it even stupider. Like one of them involved a pizza and a book, and then it involves stuffing marshmallows in one of their mouths, and then one of them had to massage the other one's chest with a saw. just really weird stuff like that. I love that. You'll never really know how Scootaloo was made, but it's theirs. She's theirs.
It's no wonder all the other kids died. It's a wonder they kept having so many, though.
Well, okay, first kid died because they put it in a crib, and then they forgot that they had a kid, and the kid had no voice box for so it just died. The second one died a few seconds after it was born because Rainbow dropped it. Third one died because Rainbow locked it in a closet when she was trying to watch TV.
Jesus.
Yeah, my character. Yeah, they're horrible. I know. It wasn't until the fourth kid where they actually started trying. And you might be thinking, oh, that's pretty fucked up for them to do that. Yeah, there's a reason for that, but that would be a spoiler.
Yeah, I did upload the script writing sessions. It's just for seasons 1 and 2. You can get those on my Tumblr. Also on the Wikia, TheMidnightFrogs.wikia.com, you can go to the Sergeant Frog Abridged page, and right up at the top, there's the link for the script writing sessions. It also includes the writing for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Abridged and Best Wishes, and a couple for the retconned episodes. Like, we only had one recording for 1R, because we just didn't record the sessions back then. And then the script writing for 2R is mostly just revising the script we already had. And then another take of that is us actually writing the script that was finally used for 2R. And then the script that was finally used for the remake. By the way, I just realized we had 4 scripts for that. Like, I already knew we had 4. I didn't realize, oh yeah, 4.
For SFA 1?
SFA 2.
Jesus.
Well, it was the one Fat Man did, the one we rewrote from the Fat Man one, then the one we rewrote when the script didn't fit the video, and then the remake.
Oh yeah, right, that happened. Travis was with us for the second one, right? Pretty sure he was there.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's it from us. We'll have our next podcast probably after Jetters and SFA have been updated. I actually will probably just have another episode in January for the Midnight Frogs 4th anniversary. So we'll see you guys when whatever happens next.
Yeah, all right. Bye, everybody.